Welcome to Austin, Texas, and Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, where the horns are up and this burnt orange crowd is ready to help Texas hook 'em. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Using his legs, it's Parker. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Ducks moving quickly to the line. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back to the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Right back to the well. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And the Ducks have enough for the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. To the ground, he's got it again. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
On second down, looking again to throw. This time it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Look, I know this guy's tiny, but on these slant throws as a DB, you got to get your hands on him because he's just too quick. He's going to cross your face too easy otherwise, and he did right there.
A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This will be a 50-yard field goal attempt, and he'll have to curl it in from the right side. And it's no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
You can't miss opportunities like that. You're playing on the road in a hostile environment. You're trying to seize momentum right out of the gate. You get a nice drive to start the game, and then you miss the field goal. You don't get any points to show for that. If they're going to win this one, guys, they've got to take advantage of those types of opportunities.
That 50-yard field goal attempt was no good, and now they'll have to play defense. 1st and 10 from the 33. He's going to pass. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Manning. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
The offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll run play action. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. Giving him his pads.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Makes the catch. It's Dickey. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. The Ducks want to crank the tempo. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Makes the grab. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Ducks are marching down the field. He wants to throw it. Makes the catch. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Final play of the quarter coming. Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you practice all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks!
Can't start a game any better than that. Defense gets the stop, gives it back to the offense. You march down the field, you score. They're in a great rhythm now on both sides of the ball.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here comes the Texas offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive, David.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Oh, it's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
On second down, he'll let it fly. Time to take a shot. And the pass is intercepted. Got room on the return. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. He makes a grab. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2. Dialing up a second down pass play. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Texas.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone.
Will take over 1st and 10.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Texas.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game.
Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dickey. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but, man, he makes this fourth down way more manageable. It's tough when you got fourth in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll just down it right there. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They go to the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they tried to sneak the draw in there, and the defense was not fooled.
You know, there's an art to selling the draw play, and that one was kind of more paint by numbers. Didn't turn out so well.
Yeah, and the defense, you could tell, they weren't fooled. They were agreeing with your painting by numbers and got in there quick, fast, and made the play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
Love the coverage, not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense in.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll bring it back. It's Robinson. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller has got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Passes incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tries to take the top off. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
He's got great speed. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Using the quick game. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Good timing on the quick out. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Quickly complete. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Ducks will hustle to the line. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got his man quickly. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started.
And it's been more of the same in the second half for this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game one, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, the big top 15 battle is underway, and it's been very interesting so far. LSU is down, but they are not out of it, not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Ohio State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time. Made a real good decision. Now, I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the move, it's Robinson. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give out of the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Wide out in motion. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. Smashes ahead. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Manning. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Looking to throw. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, it's a fake. Hums it downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. It's sticky. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Oregon 22, Texas 0.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. He lets it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on the recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that and a little rub their nose in it.
The Ducks will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. They're going to mark this one at the 15. Here comes the Texas offense. Gonna run it. It's Gibson. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
How about this defense rising to the challenge? Focal point number one, stopping the great running back. Check. How do we do it? Being physical at the line of scrimmage, getting off blocks, not missing a lot of tackles. They have checked all of those boxes and shut this dude down.
They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. After that penalty, just inches away here on third down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the air on third and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but
he unleashes a long one. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Texas! And once he got loose, it was all over.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. To the air. It's Manning. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Oregon 22, Texas 6.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
To kick this one away. Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He wants to take the top off. He's got it at the 30. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Oregon! And the route is on. This dude is revving his engine like that dunk coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon is trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Lining up to add another.
The kicker is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Miami is just wearing one right now. That defense looks like me when I go to South Beach. Out of shape and badly burned. Hey, who's writing this stuff? They're trailing by 14 to Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. To the air on first down. He's got the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
On the option. Now the toss. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Makes a man miss. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Going for it all. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. The quarterback has to do a better job of taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Firing to the right, complete. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They go to the ground. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.